All right, here we are, Huah Outdoors, episode 5, I think. We've been a little while since we had an episode. Jay's had some stuff going on that he couldn't get away from, family stuff with his mom and grandson.
Yes, sir.
So, that was ill. But all better and home now.
Looking better, yeah.
So, October 24th, so it's been a couple weeks, I think, since we did a episode, so apologize for that. We're trying to get back on the groove here. We just got done hunting. We're sitting at our place in Fayette County here on Jay's truck bed here.
Yeah.
So we thought we need to get an episode recorded here, even if it's just a short one.
It's hard to just stare at the thing whenever there's birds and stuff flying by.
It's beautiful out here. It was a chilly morning, 35 this morning.
I don't know. It said 30 on the weather thing.
On yours 30? Okay.
Maybe.
I was going by my truck temperature, but
yeah,
that's not always accurate.
I think it was 35 when we got out, but it's like everything else. Just before sunrise, it gets cooler.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Saw some deer.
Yeah. You sat where? On top of a ridge?
Yeah, I sit up on top.
On the flat up there we're trying to figure out where them deer come out of that gully at that you've been getting pictures of, so.
Yeah, I figured.
A little bit of an observation set today, kind of.
Yeah,
for
right.
you.
Yeah, right now they're. That really wasn't where I ended up. Where I wanted to set was further down. But I liked where this come up, a bunch of scrapes.
Oh man, dug out like an old dish pan.
Yeah, but there's a scrape that's relatively new that's probably every bit of that deep, probably.
Yeah, I've seen them there when we rode in and out on the e-bikes. So
they're getting wound up. Won't be long.
E-bikes, if you ain't got one, think about getting one. I'm telling you, a big game changer. We go all the way around. A neighbor gives us access to come in off of them on our e-bike, and then there's an old trail that was on this property for years. We cleaned it up a month ago. We come through and looked for big logs and stuff like that. Cleaned it up, and man, it really makes it easy and quick. From here, it's 10 minutes maybe, and we're to our within 25 yards of our walk to get to our spot where we want to get up in the tree. So,
how many deer did you see?
I seen 5, all bucks, 4 little bucks. One come in behind me. There is where I'm facing. I'm facing northeast, northeast there in that bottom. And first real applicable morning to sit in that stand because, swirling winds and stuff, and it is almost dead calm this morning, and it was cold, so thermals are growing up. So that was good. And then seen a wacky rack buck. Watched him make a scrape. I'll post some pictures or some video of that and a picture of him. I got some video of him. He just looked like he's 3, but his left side is 8-point side, 4 by side. His right side has got like a fork and then a spike coming out.
I haven't got a picture of him.
He's like old Chad Rice or Wacky Rack or Matt. I forget which one killed that buck. I think Chad, but he called it a Wacky Rack. He's not as big as Wacky was, but kind of reminds me of that kind of buck. He called him a Wacky. So they come from the south and they worked right down at the bottom of that ridge like I thought they would when we was investigating that back late summer. Mm-hmm. And they walked right down there between the tail end of the ridge and that creek bottom, that little creek that's there. Then they went by and they made a kind of a half circle, and I grunted at him and stopped him, and he looked and he wouldn't commit to come. I was just trying to get him to come closer so I could get a better look at him. And then he made his way off to the northwest, and there was a small buck with him. Had that buck behind me first, then them two. And then half hour later, he went northwest. Well, they come in from over here on this side. They come in from the northeast corner and was walking down, and we're going to walk back all the way back to the south. But 2 of them got into it a little bit, scrapping just a little bit with that Wacky Rack and one of them other ones. And then there was one other buck that was with them. So could have been the same buck I seen earlier. So I don't know, maybe it was just 4 bucks, but it could have been 5. You hunted yesterday. What did you see yesterday?
Yesterday I saw 3 yearlings with a big mom doe.
Big mama doe.
So I guess, I don't know.
She's picked one up from somewhere or
I
had
don't
triplets
know,
maybe,
man.
huh?
She's a big, long-nosed doe. That's probably one of the biggest deer I've seen maybe besides the one in Missouri that was a doe.
Oh, wow.
And they were all hanging around her. They were all about the same size. So maybe she picked one up, maybe not. I don't know. But
Yeah.
but they were all milling around underneath me right about sunset. I had about another half hour to go, and I could have shot her, and I thought, nah, I'll just wait and see what's behind her maybe or whatever. And I don't think anything was going on there, so they wandered off. Didn't scare them or anything. They just wandered off. And then this morning had
yeah, that's crazy, you said.
yeah, that was unusual for me. They I looked kind of over my right shoulder, and here's a buck coming at me he was at least an 8. He might have been a 9. I'd never really paid that much attention to the number of points. I'm looking mostly at mass and stuff like that. And he looked like he had some pretty good sized bases. And when I saw him, he had his head down. Well, I thought, well, he's smelling something. Maybe he's on a hot doe or something. But he could only take 3, maybe 4 steps. And then he'd go down like he was going to lay down. And he would lay down, and then he'd stand back up, and he'd take about 3-4 steps, kind of like somebody he got injured fighting, or maybe an arrow went through him on the right side. So I think that's some farm equipment going by. He never really gave me a shot. I actually texted you and I said, did you shoot? Because I thought maybe
I did see that. Yeah.
he had made his way up this way, and well, he kind of angled away from me, and the shots got worse and worse. If I'd have shot immediately, I'd have had a shot at him at about maybe 25, 30 yards. But I didn't, and he wandered off, and I'm standing over looking at him, and I turn around, and I'm looking for a couple minutes later, I could still hear him falling or really noisy in the weeds every 5-6 seconds. And then I hear, you said it might be coons. Wow. I don't know, could it be coons or a bobcat? I didn't know what was going on because it was loud.
Yeah, 2 coons fighting's louder than crap. But
yeah.
But if a bobcat got on him, he might think he could take him.
It sounded like
he's hurt bad.
Something two of something was going at it, and I thought maybe he was just. It was odd. Anyway, he wandered off, and I think that's the only
crazy
deer I saw. It's so weird the way one day is just a lot of deer, and then the next day.
Right.
Or 2 days is a lot of deer, and then one day there's absolutely nothing. Here comes another truck, probably.
Man, getting up at 4:45, I got the yawns already. Whew.
So I don't know. We tried to look for him a little bit, kind of rode out. I walked over and looked to see if I could see any blood. Maybe thought something had hit him. So another person had shot him the night before or something. Well, there wasn't, right where he walked, there wasn't any blood. You could see where he kind of scratched up the leaves a little bit, and he was just having a hard time walking. So
yeah, could have got hit by a car. Who knows?
I could have been hit by a car. 5
days of the red moon starts today, and the red moon optimal times are in the afternoon. So if you can get to the woods in the afternoon here. A lot of them are field edges, transition areas when I looked at last night. So red moon, a lot of big deer killed on the red moon, guys. So whether you believe in it or not, I do. I think moon phase has a lot to do with deer movement. So I hunted last night. Went to my newest property that I picked up 2 years ago. Or excuse me, not last night, yesterday morning. I couldn't hunt last night. Hunted yesterday morning. Got in there good this time. As far as I knew, didn't bump any deer. The day before, I hunted the same stand 2 days in a row because I had a good northwest wind for that. And I had like 5 or 6 does that were bedded in this pasture area where I'd never known them to bed before. And I'm riding in on my e-bike, and they're just looking at me with eyeballs. And I got right to my tree. I lay my bike right underneath my tree. And one is standing 25 yards from me just looking at me. And finally just moseyed off. So downwind of me even as well. So I don't know what her deal was, but she didn't spook or nothing. But I didn't see anything. That was Wednesday morning. Thursday morning, what I was starting to talk about, I had a good hunt, seen 4 bucks and a doe and a fawn, and then had a doe just blowing her head off. North of me, could not have been downwind of me, and she I thought, man, she must be blowing at a coyote because there's a lot of coyotes on this place. I really need to we ought to try to kill some coyotes out there this winter. And sure enough, I got to looking at my one camera where she was blowing downwind of where one of my cameras was, and there was a coyote standing there, and I'm like, shit, that was 2 minutes ago. So I got off the phone and I started doing the old fawn mew, you know, meh, meh, like a little fawn looking for mama. And sure enough, here he come down the field edge, and if he'd have come another 10 feet, I'd have had a shooting lane to slide an arrow in him, maybe. I never seem to have very good luck with killing coyotes with an arrow. I've killed one in all my years and missed several. Seem to always shoot over their back. I don't aim low enough, I guess, and they can duck an arrow quicker than a deer, I think.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough.
But hunted over at my honey hole there in Macon County and got busted hunting right on the field edge with facing into the timber, and them deer were walking 25 yards out in the open field. And I still think there was a spot where the farmer had tillage worked the field, and there was a strip about 6 feet wide, 75, 80 yards long that they missed. And them deer were walking in that strip where they didn't till it because it was just bean stubble.
Yeah, easier walking.
It was easier walking, and I'm thinking, I got to get over there with my tractor and my tiller and till that up.
Make it a little harder on them.
Yeah, I think if I do that, they'll walk up next to the timber. And that was the whole idea. The wind was stiff enough that morning, it'd blow over the top of them. You know, because I'm 18 feet in a tree. If they walk right next to the timber edge, the wind will blow right over the top of them. No problem. Heck no. These guys missed this strip, I think, and I seriously think that had a bearing on where they were walking, because they normally don't ever walk that far out in the field. They walk right up against that timber because there's houses just a half a quarter north of me. There's houses over there, so they don't want to be walking out in the open and stuff. One of them was a buck. He looked like a 2-year-old buck, but this is your first 2 or 3 sets, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you'd been tied up with family stuff and hadn't been able to get going.
Well, no, it stopped me. I don't like to hunt and heat either.
Well, correct.
And before it dropped down, it stopped me a little bit. So.
Yeah, and I hadn't hunted much at all either with the heat and stuff. But when that front come through and there was some really nice deer killed, buddy sent me a picture of a 190-some inch deer killed here in Fayette County. Did you see that one?
I think I saw it. I didn't look where it was from.
He's a toad. He's got mass to him too. He's a nice buck.
Maybe it's
a real nice buck. I mean, he's a deer of a lifetime for most people.
Maybe his brother's over there a little bit.
I think if I'm not mistaken, he texted me he's a 7x7.
Huh. That's a big deer.
You don't see them very often.
No.
Now is he a typical 7x7? I don't think so. He's probably got splits and he's just 7x7 on each side. But hey, he grew it. He gets to keep it in my book.
I'd be tickled to death.
Oh my gosh. He's dark. He's not chocolate, but he's dark. You know. So. All right. What's the plan for you're heading back home?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back home.
Hunt local there tonight.
Load up the camera and hunt the stuff at home. See what happens there. I've been getting some nice pictures. No big bucks in the daylight. So, and that's the problem right now. I just don't think there's many deer. They're not quite there yet for us.
Yeah.
But you said 2 weeks. It might be. By the way, those scrapes are all over everywhere.
Oh man, they're tearing that up.
Yeah, there's some horny deer in there.
Yeah, they're tearing that up, and the bucks are making those on them trails where them does walk.
Yeah.
And hoping that they get a doe that's getting ready. She'll come by and freshen it up, and then he'll find her. And off they go.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve if you're a deer hunter about right now. You better.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Better put out some milk and cookies and go at it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, it was an interesting thing this morning. I seen on Facebook some guy had posted he'd put a decoy out, and this was last night, and he didn't have any luck, and he had. I forget exactly what happened, but it didn't turn out well. Well, that's usually decoy hunting. Every time I've ever decoy hunted, I've had 3 instances where a buck come. It was the only deer in the area. Seen the decoy come running right to it, and for whatever reason, I just didn't make it happen. 2 good bucks on the same property, not very well. Southern Shelby County, north of here, but Anyway, some guy was like, "It's too early for too early for decoys," and I'm like, "Well, you need to hit Jay Gregory's page up because he decoyed a buck last night. And he could have shot him easy as toast, and it was a nice 10-pointer, but he must have a bigger one he's looking for." And he come in and postured that decoy just like he's supposed to, and circled around just perfect and the whole bit. So, I don't think it's ever, too early for decoys. You just got to get them in the right mood. If they're in the right mood, they're going to come. If they don't, they won't. I've grunted at a 4 or 5-year-old, and they take off and run. Look at you.
You're boring me. No, it's up early in the morning.
I know. So I've grunted at 4 and 5-year-olds, and they run. So they've either got their butt whipped or something, So
yeah,
you just got to be in the right mood.
Yeah,
so
it's half a dozen, one six of another. I think decoys hurt you more than they help you, but sometimes you get a doe walk up there and
they stomp and snort.
Oh
and
yeah,
carry
and it'll
on.
stop what's going. It could have been both deer could have been able to walk right in front of you, and that doe gets a little nervous and because she's looking at a doe decoy, for instance,
All right.
and it all
Who
goes.
are you?
It all goes bad, yeah. And if it's a flat one, she walks by and looks at that deer disappeared.
Those are the ones that go, "What is that?" She was there and now she's not.
Yeah, double take.
Oh yeah,
And
those are funnier than crap.
Yeah.
Those are funny. I like those. So a lot of guys use them Montanas. They work in certain situations.
Yeah, you just gotta get lucky.
Yeah, you got, like I say, right place, right time. Get them in the right mood. So, one thing I try to do, and I'm still on the hunt, haven't found one of late. I'm looking for another decoy to keep like on this property here, and just keep it here. And I stash it in the weeds. I hate toting them in and out, noisy, cumbersome, all that stuff. So I've got a decoy at a couple of them I got 2 at my farm in Missouri, and I got one in Illinois at a farm, and that's I just hate toting them in and out. If you can find them at a garage sale or an estate sale or something, you can pick them up for half, 3/4 what a new one is, and you can afford it. Pick one up, put them on them properties where you got a long walk or whatever, and stash them and leave them out there. Heck, they're going to be scent free then, buddy. You leave them out there all that. There comes another semi.
I haven't seen too many garage sale decoys lately.
Yeah.
But
No, I haven't either. I've been looking Facebook and Craigslist, and I ain't found one at all. So, wrong time of the year to be looking.
Yep,
Everybody's using theirs, so.
That's true. Somebody will clean out their garage in spring, and they'll pop up there.
All right, well, I'm going to try to hunt this evening. The Bethany farm's been having a bunch of does show up on it, so maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be a Snoopy buck come. Can't shoot does there. That's Moultrie County, so not going to probably do that. I got does to shoot on 2 other landowners that want doe shot, so I only need so many deer. I don't want to kill more than I need, but
Right.
But you said you're going to your little
Yeah, if I can get my rear end up.
get around.
Yeah, it depends on what time I get this trailer home and then
All right.
whatever. So, yeah.
All right, well, that'll probably do it for us this time. Thanks for watching.
Stay calm.
Like and subscribe. Huah Outdoors, HUAH. Check us out. I'll post stuff on my Facebook page as well. You can check that out. I'm going to put videos up on there today from this morning. Got that wacky rack buck making a scrape and some other little bit of action down there in the bottom.
I'll be interested to see that.
Yeah. So
See if he's telling the truth or not. Like he said, them deer come from the south. They probably came from the north. It's got to throw the marksman behind.
Yeah.
I know maybe. I don't always tell you the truth. You always tell me the truth.
Yeah. I wouldn't lie to you. Why would I lie to you?
That's what they
Oh
always
my
say.
goodness!
They
They came from the north initially, and then they worked their way, as I told you, northwest. And I thought they were done. I wasn't going to see them. And then they circled back around and come in from the northeast, and then they were going south again. Then they stopped, and then they went back the other way.
Yeah, he's full of you know what? SH.
Full of big brown turds.
That's okay. I make a lot of hunters nervous.
That's all right. Oh my gosh! Holy cow!
That was sarcasm.
All right. Well, we'll get off of here. I'm going to go get going. I think if you don't want any help.
No, I've got to put it away so that I can pull it out.
He's
and it
so
comes
anal
back
about
out.
stuff. Don't
You get me moving too fast, and I don't think, and then I got to.
Then you forget your shower stuff.
Or I forget where. Yeah, yeah, that was my fault. Stay calm. Pick a spot.
There you go. Huah Outdoors.